So one of the questions I had in class was about having text come up from a line. So I'm going to call this line mask. Okay, so I'll just recreate this real quick. Nothing selected. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm just going to make 2 points. One here, one there. There's my path. We're going to add stroke. Crank it up. We'll make it about that big. Now remember, you want it to be, I'll make it 24, no less ever than 2 pixels. You always want it to be 3 or more, just for safety and flickering on the screen. So that's where you can change it. You could also change it down here in your stroke settings. Alright, so I'm going to add a trim path to this. We're going to animate it onto the screen real fast. Now, a lot of people are saying, how do I know which way I want to go? So, I have both of these at 100. If I animate this over time, it's going to go from right to left. That's not what I want. So I'm going to set this to 0. I'm going to set this to 0. This is what I want. I want to go from left to right. So I changed my end to 0 and my start to 0. I'm only animating the start. We'll do 15 frames. Animate it in like that. Highlight both of them. Right click. I'm changing it to easy ease. My speed graph. I'm pressing here to make the graph bigger. Now remember, always grab the yellow ball handle, not the square. The influence handle. That's how I'm changing my speed. So now it's going to come on and then slow into the final resting place. That's the first part. I'm pressing the letter U twice to hide the keyframes. Alright, let me zoom out. There we go. I'm using the zoom of the timeline. So right here is where the text is going to be starting. So I'm going to make 2 text items. One's going to say up. I'll make this one red. First I got to select it all. Red. Here we go. I'm going to duplicate. Well, first I'm going to. I double clicked the word to select the text. I'm pressing Command Shift C so it's center aligned. Now I need my align window. If your align window is not open, you'd always go Window, Align, pops up down here. I'm going to align it center right there so it's horizontally centered. I'm now going to duplicate that layer so it's already centered. Double click. I'm going to call this down. And I spelled it wrong. I'm aware of that. There we go. I'm going to select all, and I'll make this blue. Okay? Oops. Move my toolbar. What can you do? I'm sticking it back up there. No, that's not where I wanted it. I'll split there for now so I don't waste any more of your time. Alright. Up. I'm just going to move it down using the numbers here. This is the final resting place I went for this. Final resting place I went for that. So we're going to watch the line come in. Once it's just past, right about there, I'm going to press page down to go 1 frame. Okay. This is where I'm going to start the animation. I have both of them selected. I hit P for position. Add my keyframe. Let's just say this goes about there. This is just for demonstration. I'm not really focusing on how long it takes. So down is going to be moving down, and up is going to be moving up. These keyframes right here are the resting spot where I want them to stop. They're both the same value because I haven't moved them. So this is where I want to stop. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm working backwards. Down is going to be moving down. So it's going to be... So down will start here and go down, and up will be going up. Okay. So then... That's going to be moving up. Wait a second, sorry. That's fine. I'm just going to have these moving backwards just because I don't feel like going and reversing it. You're going to learn just by watching it. So up on top is moving up, down's moving down. I mean, down's moving down, up's moving up. It's backwards, but see how it's going. Like that. And I want this to be masked out. So I select the first layer and I pre-compose it. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I select this layer and I pre-compose it. Each one is its own pre-comp. The reason I'm doing that is because when I add the mask will stay put and it won't move with the positioning of these. So up needs to be masked from the top. I just hit the eye icon to hide it. So if I'm going to use an add mask, I'm just going to select the bottom. The default is add. And I'm going to put right here to this where the line begins. So as you see, that's what it's doing. This is what's added with the mask. See, it's an add mask. If you want to see where this is meeting up, this button right here will hide your masks. Right next to the smart guides. I mean the safe guide. Sorry about that. So I turned off. Now I don't see the mask. And you can see it's pretty spot on. So it's good enough for me for this demonstration. Down. I'm going to hide that. So we're just seeing down. Down is moving up like that. So I'm going to use an add mask again, but this time I'm only going to do the top part. I've got my layer selected. I grab the shape tool that I want to use. Remember, you have to have the layer or pre-comp selected that you want to mask. So that looks pretty on right there. Let's turn the mask off and find out. Nope, it's off. I select the mask, turn this back on, select. I'm going to move it up a little bit. Now I'm going to hide. I just used the arrow key to do that on the keyboard. Now it's on. So when I show both layers, the line comes on. There you have it. It's that simple to use masks to divide things along the lines. Like again, this mask, the top part is being used for the add, and the other one I'm masking the bottom. Each pre-comp has its own mask. So that's an example of using masks to hide out parts of your design or animation.